It's the bike I just bought. Colnago Altain. Try and show you the logo. I bought it because it's not in great condition. It's not bad, but it's not in great condition. So I'll actually be able to ride it without worrying about it too much. It means I'll be able to spend a bit of money on it and time, and it won't be wasted. It'll be a decent bike. One, two, three, four, 12 to 25 velocity rims. That's good. Seems okay. With buying a bike on eBay, you often can't really see what it is. Photos on this one weren't very good, so I was a bit worried. But so far, so good. Bird shit on the rim. Fairly true. So the hub is a Shimano 105 hub. That's pretty good. Pedals. Whoa. I won't be using those. Okay, so here it is up on the hoist. What's that? Bit of crap. There's a little rust down here. I knew that. I could see the rust on the photos. RX 100s. Sprockets look in reasonable nick. Got one of these mount. I didn't think they were that old. I don't know what year this thing was made. I'll probably have to try and get the serial number and work out when it was made, if I really can be bothered. Bit of a laid back post. Don't know if I like that, but anyway. Can always change that. I could see the rust on here. I could see that on the photos too. So I knew I was buying pretty much. What condition it was anyway. Some of that will polish out, some of it won't, along with the cranks. 175 cranks, that's good. I would have expected them to be 170s, so 175's good. Unless there's something I can't see, as in it's bent or something. So far I'm fairly happy with it. I might put the tyres on the wheels. Alright, put the head stem on. Sorry, I put the handlebars on the head stem. I'll adjust it properly later. It's a bit hard on the stand to get the angle right. I'll do this up tight because just in case I don't adjust them and I go and take it for a ride. I don't really want them to be loose. There you go, that's tight enough. Nice bit of bird shit here, bird shit there, bird shit. Adjust that front pad a bit high. Brakes are a bit tight. It's better. think there's something wrong with the bottom bracket. It's quite hard to turn. I don't think it's the chain. I'll probably have to pull that apart before I ride it. I don't like the feel of that. There's also something wrong with the gears. Do that. It's supposed to move the... That's supposed to move the rear derailleur and it's not doing it. Have to have a look at that too. I haven't looked at the front one yet. Well, the front one seems to be working. Greg Shepherd Cycles. Oh, it's not. There we go. Still got this thing that I made up just to head off a bolt. Made up years ago. So that pushes in there as it winds on. It doesn't muck up the thread. So it sits in there. There we go, just fits. That, I get a spinner and tighten that up and it should just pop off. Not with that spinner it won't. 16mm, is it? There we go. Here's my little special nut came out. And crank. Shimano 175 FCA551. Nothing special there, was it? There is a spline in there. I don't know if you can see it. I'll have to see if I've got a tool that fits in there. Oh, look at that. The one fits. I'm not really sure which way this undoes. I'll assume it's the right way. As in anti-clockwise. We'll see what happens. Didn't think so. I thought the left one was, if anything. Similar sort of story. Dirty. Just found that in the toolbox. If you know what that is, put a comment below. A nice clean rag and wipe it down. Get all those fine little bits of grime off, or bits of grit I should say. I'll try and get the last little bit of grit out of there. I probably should have some special grease, but I tend to use oil, engine oil. I'll probably put more in than what I need to. Yeah, feels good, nice and smooth. Now this needs oil in this surface as well. I should have shown you when I had the bottom bracket out. This surface here goes into the gap in there and sort of secures the bottom bracket in place, or the cartridge. It's a cartridge setup, this bottom bracket. So, as opposed to having, you know, individual bearings and races and whatnot. Line tool. It still spins okay, that's good. You've got to pinch these up reasonably tight, get that taper in. Okay, so square taper, square hole. First one's pretty easy, just goes, oh, there we go, just goes on, bolt goes in. I won't do it up too tight just yet. Yeah, I don't think it's good to put too much pressure on things when you've got it on the stand, on the top tube. You're worried it might bend it or kink it or something. Right, the only tricky thing with doing this is to make sure you put the crank on 180 degrees different to the other side. It might sound pretty obvious, but I've done it before. You'll be able to see there, the chain's quite rusty, so it might take a bit to get it going, like just free it up. I'll probably change the rear cluster at some stage. 1 to 9 speed. 9 speed, if it's original, which it probably is, it's probably early 90s type era, I'd guess. It doesn't really spring back. I might even take it off and have a better look at it. Here's the 5mm. Yep. There we go, that's out. I think I found the problem there. The jockey wheels are so clagged up in there. There's so much crap in around the jockey wheel. It sort of started to become obvious when I was cleaning it up with the toothbrush and the terps, so I think I will have to break the chain to get the derailleur right off. Pull these jockey wheels out and put them back on again, clean them up, put them back on. I suppose I can break the chain and put a quick link in. I might do that. Just pick any one. I'll push it right out. Okay, here's the pin. Cable off. Bang. This should just pull out. There we go. There it is. Okay, give me. Bush, George Bush, a whole lot of shit. Go look at that. Top jockey wheel, so they go bolt through. Leave it loose for now. There you go, good as new. Maybe not quite, but a hell of a lot better than it was. The good thing about being 9-speed is I've got a few 9-speed quick links hanging around, so that's handy. Through there. Join those together. Okay, done. Keep on going around doing this until a nice oiled one comes back. A lubed one, I should say. It's not really oil. And there it is. That's the one. Lubed. So a few revolutions of that feels heaps better. Feed these cables through carefully because otherwise the ends fray up. It should go through there pretty easily. There you go, just like that. Gear cable doesn't have to be too tight. First ride on the Colnago. Really made the piece of roads anyway. Here we go, first ride. First thing I notice is this is the lowest gear and it's hard. Very hard. 13 to 25 on the back. I don't know what the front is, but it's big. The smallest gearing is big. I'm going to stop up here and put the camera down. It's a gloomy looking day. I'm going to ride down there with holding the camera. The first ride went fairly well. The gears are very tall, 25 on the back. I don't know what it is on the front, I didn't check, but it's not very small, so it was hard to ride up hills. There's some big hills around here. And I need to true the wheels a little bit. It's not too bad, I don't know if you can see that. So, probably got about maybe 1 millimetre of movement on the back. The front was pretty good from memory. Well, the front's pretty good. I won't worry about the front. And the gears, I did trim the gears a little bit. I got off a couple of times and trimmed the back. And then I noticed there's one on the front, but I haven't touched that yet.